Bear Nation, forget everything you think you know. The 2025 draft isn't just a selection. It's a slash to the throat of the NFC North first round, the radioactive bet. A monster running back with biblical numbers? Or a hidden missile that Ben Johnson wants to pull out of his sleeve? But beware. If Hollis Hall ignores the defensive titan that everyone fears, Detroit and Green Bay will devour US alive. And don't fall asleep. Day 3 holds the gem that 31 teams will let slip. Are you going to risk losing the key to this puzzle? Hit like now, subscribe, and don't blink. What's coming could burn your screen. Share before they delete this video. Will the 2025 draft be the turning point that the Chicago Bears have been waiting for years? The tension is palpable as we approach the most important decision for our franchise in the last decade. Let's get straight to the point. We're talking about the number 10 pick we have in our hands. There's one name echoing loudly in the halls of Hollis Hall: Ashton Jeanty, the phenomenal running back from Boise State. This guy isn't just any running back. He's a tackle-breaking machine that could completely transform our ground game. What makes Jeanty so special? I'll tell you this. We're looking at a complete back with power, speed, and exceptional field vision. His 2024 numbers were like a video game. And no, it's not just because he played in the Mountain West Conference. This kid dominated all his rivals in a way we rarely see in college football. The big question is, will he fall to the 10th pick? There are strong rumors that the Raiders might select him with the 6th pick. If that happens, we'd have to look for other alternatives. But I believe if Jeanty falls to our position, Ryan Poles shouldn't think twice. Behind our rebuilt offensive line, Jeanty could immediately become one of the most productive running backs in the entire NFL. Let me ask you, when was the last time we had a genuinely dominant running back? Since the days of Matt Fork, we've been searching for that piece to revolutionize our ground attack. Jeanty could be that player, but the story doesn't end with our first pick. Kenneth Grant, the defensive giant from Michigan, is also on the radar for our second-round selection. With Gervin Dexter showing inconsistency against the run, and veterans like Grady Jarrett and Andrew Billings over 30 years old, we need young blood on the defensive line. Grant is a physical monster, weighing over 330 pounds, but with surprising agility for his size. His ability to fill gaps and stop the run makes him the perfect complement to what we already have. I'll tell you this, initially, he would be valuable mainly in run situations, but he has the potential to become a 3-down player for Chicago. And here's where the plot thickens even more. While most of us think Jeanty is the logical choice, Benjamin Albright from KOA Colorado dropped. Bomb this weekend, the Bears have significant interest in Tre'Veyon Henderson, the explosive running back from Ohio State. Why Henderson? The answer lies with our new head coach, Ben Johnson. The same coach who turned Jahmyr Gibbs into a star with the Lions. Henderson has a similar profile: explosive speed, agility, and receiving ability. Plus, he's exceptional in pass protection, something Gibbs didn't have when he entered the league. Let me ask you, would it be crazy to select Henderson with the 10th pick? Many would say yes, especially in a draft considered weak at the top. But remember, Detroit selected Gibbs with the 12th pick in 2023, and no one can argue now that it was a bad decision. The third piece of the puzzle is our defensive line. Princely Amon Milan from Ole Miss is firmly on Poles' radar for our second pick in the second round. With 25.5 sacks and 40 tackles for loss in his college career, he's proven to be a consistent quarterback hunter against the best competition in the NCAA. Montez Sweat and Deo Odeyingbo seem to be our starters. For 2025, we need depth and a contingency plan if Odeyingbo doesn't take the next step we expect. I believe Amon Milan, with his ideal burst, wingspan, and relentless effort, would thrive in our defensive rotation from day one. And we can't forget our offensive line. Jonas Savainia from Arizona has surprisingly fallen in the projections to the 3rd round. To me, it's inexplicable. While there are more athletic linemen in this class, few have his playing strength, solid anchor, and versatility to play both guard and tackle. I see him as a top 50 player who could become a solid starter in the league, which would be an absolute steal in the third round. Now, let's get to what really matters, the final decision. With the 8th or 10th, depending on the source, pick, the Bears are at a historic crossroads. This isn't just another draft pick. It's a moment destined to redefine the future of our franchise. Which path will they take? Will they go for Ginty, the complete back with proven production? Will they gamble on Henderson, betting that Ben Johnson can replicate the magic he achieved with Gibbs in Detroit? Or will they surprise us completely by going in another direction? Historical. Precedents show us that Poles isn't afraid to go against expectations. No one expected him to select Darnell Wright with the 10th pick in 2023, and that decision has paid off with Wright becoming a quality starter dot to complete our draft. We might find gems in the later rounds. Noah Williams, a cornerback from California, perfectly fits defensive coordinator Dennis Allen's size preferences. Thomas Fidone too will be the first tight end we've drafted on day 3 since Evan Rodriguez in 2012, and Carson Bruner could add depth to the linebacker corps following Jack Sanborn's departure. I tell you this with total conviction. We are facing one of the most important drafts in recent Bears history. With a new head coach, a rebuilt offensive line, and key pieces on both sides of the ball, the picks we make in the coming weeks could define our success for the next 5 years. Let me ask you, what would you do in Ryan Poles' shoes? Would you bet on a running back in the first round, something many analysts consider an unnecessary luxury in modern football? Or would you use that valuable pick on another position of greater value? The countdown has begun, and each passing day brings us closer to a decision that could forever change the course of our beloved franchise. The future is being written right now, and the choice we make promises to have a lasting impact and unlimited potential. What do you think, Bears Nation? Ginty, Henderson, or a complete surprise? The 2025 draft is just around the corner, and the answers to all our questions are about to be revealed. The pressure is on Poles and Johnson to make the right decision, one that could finally lead us back to glory. Are you ready for this journey? I am. The rebuild has been long and sometimes painful, but we are just a few pieces away from being contenders again. And those pieces could come in the next few weeks. Bears Nation, I need to know your opinion. Ginty with his proven power or Henderson with his explosiveness under Johnson's system? The draft decision will define us for years. What would you do with the 10th pick? Leave your analysis in the comments. This is the most crucial moment for our franchise in years. Will Poles get it right this time? If you want exclusive analysis of every Bears move in real time, like this video and subscribe to the channel right now. We are family, the most passionate in the entire NFL. Each subscription strengthens our community and allows me to bring you quality content about our Chicago Bears. Activate the bell so you don't miss any updates. See you in the next video. Bear down.